Good. Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock noon. We have a quorum of the board with all board members present, so we will call the meeting to session. We didn't have anyone sign up for public comment. First up, we have consideration of approval of a joint election agreement between Washington County, the city of Brenham, and Brenham ISD. And who will present this? Okay, Dr. Chaplin will present.
Okay, we're still just ironing out all the details of the election. We're making sure that all of the entities, we have an agreement with all of the entities, so this is just one more agreement that hopefully will bring us to a final conclusion with where the election process is going to take place.
Any questions or comments? We will need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the joint election agreement between Washington County, City of Brenham, and the Brenham Independent School District for the May 1st the elections as presented.
Second it.
Okay, we have a motion made by Mike Altman, seconded by Mark Schneider to approve a joint election agreement between Washington County, the City of Brenham, and the Brenham Independent School District for the May 1st, 2021 Board of Trustee election as presented. All in favor? Opposed? The motion carries. Okay, next we have consideration of an out-of-state trip for our ROTC to travel to St. Louis on May 6th through 9th. And Dr. Chaplin.
I will. I'm going to invite Captain Bays to speak before the group, just to give us, and I put him on the spot, but kind of to give us a rundown. He's got some cadets that did an excellent job competing in the Texas region, and now they're going to go on to the Nationals in Missouri. Do you have anything real quick if you'd like to speak on that?
We're trying to do the best we can for these kids, but last year they made it to nationals as well, and obviously the COVID thing came about, they didn't get to participate. So this year it's a little bit pared down from the past because some regions, and when we, in regards to our region actually contains 7 states, so these kids were the #1 team in 7 states. So right now that's our plans are, I think the competition includes 7 other schools right now, some from North Carolina, some from Florida, and some from Texas. I just actually got back from Florida. I flew to Florida on Friday to judge for their region for who qualified for this contest, so in Missouri. So if anybody has any questions, I can answer them.
So really my intent was twofold. Number one, I wanted you to stand up so we could recognize you and your efforts for what you do for a group of kids that doesn't always get the recognition they deserve. So I wanted to make sure we told you thank you. And then good luck. I know they'll perform well.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments before we approve? Okay.
You too.
Thank you. We will need a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the high school equivalency program in Brenham ISD as presented.
Second.
I'm sorry, it's just the wrong one. I apologize. I make a motion to approve an out-of-state trip for the ROTC to travel to St. Louis, Missouri, May 6th through 9th, 2021, to complete the Marine Corps ROTC National Championship Drill meet as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made by Kelvin Raven, seconded by Mike Altman to approve an out-of-state trip for the ROTC to travel to St. Louis, Missouri, May 6th through 9th, 2021, to compete in the Marine Corps ROTC National Championship Drill meet as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next we have consideration of a high school equivalency program in Brenham ISD, and Assistant Superintendent Brandy Hendricks will lead. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Today I would like to talk to you about the high school equivalency program. We have quite a few students, not quite a few, 5 to 10, who are in Pride, and they, because of COVID and other reasons, they are so far behind in their credits that they will not be able to graduate with a regular high school diploma. And so we have, among high school principals, there's a saying that 20-year-olds don't walk across the stage, and unfortunately they don't. So when you're a high school principal, you basically have to tell a kid, I'm sorry, there's no way that you can graduate. So I'm going to unenroll you, and you're going to go hopefully enroll in a program like Blinn and get your GED. This program allows us, sorry, I'm pretty passionate about this. This program allows us to actually have the kids enrolled, and they take the high school courses that prepare them for the high school equivalency test, and then they can graduate with a certificate of high school equivalency. So the kids that we lost during COVID, right now, we can't invite them back because we have no option for them. They're so far behind. But we can really go after some of those kids, try to get them back in school, and offer a program. So I am requesting approval to submit an application to TEA to get a high school equivalency program in Brenham. Yes.
Would it be,
Susan, turn your mic on.
excuse me, would it be programs at the actual high school online, or would it be classes that they would enroll in that over at Pride, or have certain teachers teach those equivalency programs?
So it will be there's an online prep for the course, and it will be at Pride where we'll offer the courses. But the good thing about it is we'll have the teachers there that can help them when they reach a problem. If they don't understand something, if they have a weakness in math, then we have teachers there that can explain it to them and help them so that they complete the program. And you take, I think there's like 4 practice tests that you take before you take the real one. And so it's just a really big opportunity to try to overcome COVID and our most at-risk students.
How does their enrollment count? Does it count as regular Brenham ISD students, or how?
It does. It's the same enrollment as Pride. The only difference is if they have been enrolled for more than 4 years, then we're not necessarily going to get funding for those kids, but we can keep them from being a dropout, which will count against us. So it's really, and for the whole first 4 years, we do get regular funding just like any kid.
Will we have to add any staff to help with these kids?
Well,
And additional staff?
no, the staff we have right now and I think I included what we're submitting to TEA if it's approved today. We can do it with the staff that we have currently.
Let me add to that a little bit. What we're trying to do, and Alan has done an amazing job over at Pride to do this, is open up various opportunities for kids who don't always have those opportunities. School, just by design, has always funneled kids to one pathway. And we're at a time now, partially COVID related, but we're at a time where we can offer multiple pathways. And what we want to do with this is offer those pathways before kids get themselves into trouble. A lot of our stuff that we offer is reactionary, and we're trying to make that switch to where we're proactive before they get themselves into trouble and be able to offer options. So I think this is a great opportunity to help kids that outside of this opportunity will not get a high school diploma. And we all know what kind of that sets them up for potentially in life. So
Thank you. And I did write that in here. Our goal still is for every kid to graduate with a diploma. But we find ourselves in a unique situation right now where we have kids that's not a possibility. So this is something that we can offer them to get an equivalency to that.
Any other questions or thoughts? Okay. Bless you. Okay, we'll need a motion to approve if we want to approve it.
Make a motion to approve a high school.
Okay, we have a motion made by Mike Altman, seconded by Tommy Sullivan, to approve a high school equivalency program at Brenham ISD as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This is, like I said, sorry I got emotional. This is something I'm very passionate about.
Okay, next we will look at summer plans for summer school 2021, and Assistant Superintendent Brandy Hendricks and Director of Special Programs Lori Womble will lead.
Good afternoon, Madam President and Board of Trustees and Dr. Chaplin. I'll just be briefly speaking about what our campuses are doing in regards to our learning losses and academic gaps due to COVID and how we're supporting them here at the central office. So our campus principals have created plans to address their student needs on their campus. Rather than closing the gaps later during the traditional summer school, our campuses are offering a variety of extended day and credit recovery programs for students currently going on right now. So at all 3 elementary campuses, based on student learning that we have from our MAP data, targeted students are being provided reading and math group instruction on Tuesday and Thursdays during extended day. Students remain at school until 5, and certified teachers provide that extra support. So the extended day at the elementary schools, it actually began on March 2nd, and it will conclude on March 6th with a total of 9 weeks, twice a day additional instruction. At Brenham Middle School, their teachers have been providing after-school enrichment for a total of 10 weeks, 4 days a week, to approximately 140 students. These two days are designed for reading, and the other 2 days are designated for math intervention. These students were also selected using our MAP data and our benchmark data of students who are either not on grade level or students who are not demonstrating growth. So essentially, Brenham Middle School is including students who are also not failing, but that are not showing growth as well. They are, in addition, planning 3 Saturday schools during the month of April to 85 students who are failing either their math or reading courses. In addition, at Brenham Junior High, their plan has been to provide credit repair for students who have failed core classes during the fall semester. And at Brenham High School, the EOC prep camp that was after school, it actually concluded in March for students that were retaking the EOC in April. So that was happening at the high school. And now they are planning and kicking off their after-school credit repair program for students who lost credits in the fall semester. So the after-school program at the high school will begin actually tomorrow, and students will stay from 3:30 to 5, and it will conclude on May 6th. Students will work to complete their credits with targeted essential standards for the courses, units that were combined with our Edgenuity program and other teacher-designed lessons. And looking into our summer months, our elementary school will be offering 4 weeks during the month of July. So starting July 6th through the July 29th, it will be held at Alton Elementary for any students that are pending promotion for the next grade level. Hopefully that will limit how many of those kids will qualify under that based on us meeting those needs now. Additionally, we will be offering the required English learner summer school as well. At the middle school, they are going to be holding a virtual jump start for 2 weeks during July for incoming middle school students. That was very successful last year. And at Brenham Junior High and the high school, they're going to offer summer school for students who are still needing credit recovery or test prep for our EOC retesters, because those will actually be the only ones taking a retest in the summer months, is our high school students. And that will be provided during our normal June 7th through June 24th. If there are any questions, I'll be glad to take them.
Do we provide transportation for the extended day and Saturday schools?
We We are not. However, they've been very successful with parents getting them picked up, by 5 o'clock. It's from our campus principals. They've had good attendance, so our parents are really supporting that.
Okay.
Do we know about how many students total we're talking about at the junior high and high school levels?
I do not have those exact numbers right here with me. However, they have been very strategic with how they're tiering the students. So the students who need one credit versus 3 to 4 credits, targeting the ones who need it the most now, and then tackling the ones that could get it done in summer school. They have been very strategic with laying out who those students are.
I wanted to add something in here too, talking again about Pride Academy, speaking with Alan and his people over there. One of the things that we're looking at and are going to do, when we have high school students that are 18, 19, some cases 20 years old, working to get their credits so they can graduate, it doesn't make a lot of sense for force them to stop because our calendar stopped. And so we're extending that into June. And Alan did a lot of this stuff anyway to allow those kids to continue to work on ingenuity. We'll just make sure we officially do that now, make sure we're taking care of those kids and offer up that as an opportunity so that whether that's a student that wants to accelerate a little bit for whatever opportunities that may lie in front of them, or a student that is, again, behind, if you only lack 1 or 2 credits and you have to pause because we all want to go on summertime, that's not a good thing. So we're going to continue rolling that through the summertime as well.
Very excited about the extended day. I was part of that years ago, and we tried the first couple of years. We tried transportation. It was a headache. And after that, we went ahead and found transportation, and we had great success with that program. So I am very pleased and happy that we are going back to looking at that again.
Are we planning on having a graduation ceremony for our Pride Academy this year still?
Yes, anytime that we can celebrate them, we want to do that. So I'm hopeful that, yes, that we'll have one in May, and then again in August, and then maybe again in October, as we get enough kids to participate. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you so much. Okay, next we will have an update on STEAM, CSI, and CARS by Assistant Superintendent Brandy Hendricks. Okay, and Sarah Cook and Lori Womble.
I like it. So in supporting our mission in Brenham ISD with the commitment of exceptional education for all of our students, we will be streamlining STEAM and CSI in order to provide project-based learning for all of our students in kindergarten through 6th grade. The intent is to open up the wonderful learning opportunities that occur in CSI and STEAM to all students. Research shows us that the sooner we can provide students with engaging project-based learning and integrate science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities, the bigger the impact it will have on the students' interest in those fields and their success pursuing careers in those fields.
So as we look at the content that will be provided, the STEAM and / CSI teachers will work in collaboration with the grade level content teachers to provide that enriching hands-on project-based learning that supports the essential standards that they are teaching in the classroom. So it will be an extension of what is going on in the classroom to support that learning with the hands-on. It will help to reinforce the skills that students need to be successful in real-world problem solving and provide all students with learning experiences that will help them to make better decisions on pathways as they get into their secondary education into different CTE pathways, and beyond that as they move into college or career, whatever their pathway may be.
And we are just in the beginning phases of planning how this is going to be rolled out. I think it's a great idea to open up an interest in science and technology in the early grades because it allows everybody to make that decision if that's what they want to do. But I know that there are going to be some concerns about, what happens to the GT students that were being served in CSI. And so we are looking at that. But one of the things that we are looking at is every student or every elementary campus right now has an intervention/enrichment time. And that is the perfect time for those kids on each campus to be pulled out. And then we don't have to worry about busing them all to one location. So we can still plan a lot of really great extension activities for those students, but we don't necessarily have to keep everyone from being able to participate.
So will there still be GT teachers that are part of that pull-out time?
Yes, and so that is one of our things. We're looking at certifications right now. We're looking at ESL certifications, GT certifications, and we're making sure that every campus has the right amount of people to be able to serve the students that are on each campus.
How does Gateway and the GT program coordinate with STEM and CSI?
So as of now, let me back up. Prior to this, they had Gateway, and then they also did CSI, and then any kind of pull-out program on their campus, they were participating in that as well. With STEAM opening up, Gateway will still have a rotation that goes through STEAM, so they'll still have those opportunities just like they did before. What we're looking at is instead of busing them all to one campus one day a week to offer those extension activities just to them, we can actually use time, be more productive with our time on campuses, and use that time to serve them. And they can be served every day. Are there any questions?
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, the Board of Trustees will go into executive session at 12:23 p.m. to discuss personnel matters, Chapter 551.074. All final votes, actions, or decision will be taken in open meeting. Thank you and have a good afternoon.